Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
They can work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep poking. When I say penitentiary, put him in him.
I put on with this, yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now, we got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
Separate yourself.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace.
I'm down.
Yo. What's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Hope y'all had a blessed day. Hope everybody was safe out there. Hope y'all had a blessed week. And glad y'all here in the chat with me. You already know the routine. On your way in, smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the Rize Podcast. All right, y'all, let me get this party started by introducing the sponsors. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes, first ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own GTD Promotions, redesigning minds, one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use the code TRP and you'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.nourishliftgallery.org. Use the code RIZE10. You'll get 10% off. Also, go on to www.miakillab.com. Support her in her boxing journey and her healing process. Shout out to Richie Baby for the intros and edits. R.I.P. to John Boy. R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotions featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope. Shout out the EOE, Education Over Everything, my brother movement. Shout out to Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News. I'm what I ain't doing. I'm gonna try to hit him up. Aunt McQueen Boxing, Stretched Out Boxing. Under Armour, thanks for all that you do and have done for the gym. Don't forget to go down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your shirts and Central's 12 rolls for $7. Shout out to Pro Soul Boxing Gear and Clothing Line, AO Clothing Line, Four Corners Boxing featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones every Wednesday night. Go over there and check them out. 15 rounds of boxing. Shout out to Afternoon Sports Slate, our Detroit sister station. And shout out to Miss Yaya, always stepping up when it comes to the kids, showing her unwavering support. Miss Mona, all of you guys in the chat, we can't do it without y'all. And don't forget to go over to the risepodcast.com, get your merch. Last but not least, official gear of boxing. All the fighters wearing it. We up in the house with the gear too, nice and fresh. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box raw. All right. Let me see. Stretched out boxing, what it do? Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Shout out to Don Drick and them, been a member for 12 months. Another month with my guys. Salute. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love and support. Lewis PO9ZW. What it do, champ? Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one. I'm going to have to get this computer updated. It still got a slow lag in it. Brother Kareem Hassan, Y5Z, thanks for the color in the chat. Big love to the Rize family. Ron for president. What it do? Appreciate you. Mike Rhyme 6084. Ron for president. What it do, champ? Miss Melody Queen 27. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. Cash App $GEESSUS and loyalty promotions memo. Code Squeeze to support the channel. Get your merch on the risepodcast.com. Don't forget to use the code RIZE for 10% off on your Rize merchandise. Go over there and get your Smoothie King shirts. Rock them this summer. Right back at y'all with another one. Help support the kids at the gym, especially my girls. Much love, Miss Melody Queen. Get your high performance Kenichi Band headphones. Be sure to visit KenichiBand.com. Use code TRP for 15% off. And don't forget to look out for the best loungewear pajamas. Be sure to visit hangoutwear.com. Let's lounge in style. And use the code. Don't forget, I said use the code MELANIN. Help support Miss Melody Queen. And you'll get 10% off. The lovely Miss Mona, IU3BJ. Stretched out boxing once again. Travarius Bowles 6117. How y'all doing, man? Hope y'all had a blessed week. And glad everybody here in the chat with me. Yeah, I had a little fender bender today. Somebody had a piece of truck metal and on the highway. I rolled over to I couldn't avoid it because of the traffic. And I'm thinking it's probably paper or a piece of plastic. Unfortunately, it was metal. Looked like off a 54-footer and ripped the side of my bumper off. But thank God was watching over me when I pulled over. I didn't get hurt, and it didn't slash my tires, and it ain't damaged nothing under the hood. It was just my bumpers and my mud flap that got ripped up. But God is good. Yup, materialistic stuff. So yeah, so I'm blessed. Always could be worse because people suffering in this world. And that don't even compare, you know? So I'm just being thankful and humble and keep a mindset that it always could be worse. And like I say, yeah, so I just like to thank God for keeping me safe out there on the highway. When I pulled over, I had to pry the daggone thing from under the car with my hands because it was metal. But that's here and there. I'm hanging in there, so yeah. Thanks. It happens. Yep, it happens. Like I say, that ain't nothing. That ain't even scratching the surface of what people going through out here. I got so much to be thankful for. So yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. We're gonna be talking about tonight has Gervonta Tank Davis resume aged gracefully and seems like his former opponents almost sought. Give me y'all thoughts on what y'all think. What y'all think about that? Cause Pitbull, Fort Roach, Pitbull, Rolly, Ryan Garcia, who else? Am I missing somebody else? Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. But it amazes me that when Tank fought him, he was fighting a bunch of nobodies and bums. All these guys that Tank fought became world champions again. And their stock got raised. So I'm wondering where they're getting their facts from. So, yeah, all of these guys have became world champions. And like I say, and all the guys that I named, Tank was they all were bigger than Tank. I seen it in person myself, Hector Garcia, another one. Jesus Cuellar was another one. Who else? It's a couple of dudes Tank fought that was tough. A lot of dudes, man. But they downplay Tank. They downplay him. Yeah, they downplay his achievements and his accolades. He's not fighting nobody. But that's interesting because these guys that he fought and beat, they ain't fight, but Leo Santa Cruz was a former champion. I miss Leo Santa Cruz. I miss him. Yeah, one of my favorite fighters of all times, Leo Santa Cruz. Not just one of my favorite Mexican fighters. Just one of my fighters. I don't like categorizing stuff like that. All I can say is Leo Santa Cruz was one of my favorite fighters of all times. Who else I liked? Mikey Garcia, another one that I like. Not favorite fighter of all time, but one of my favorite fighters of all time. But Mikey Garcia was solid. Tank was in the works of talking about him, but I don't think Mikey could make 30 at the time. He was at 35 going to 40. That would have been nice to see. That fight was in the works. That fight was in the works. That's the same as Mona say. That's the same old narrative they need to get a new one for real. But like I said, the step in the ring, a lot of people argue his resume, whether you like him or not. I don't think people really understand what the moniker pound for pound means, what it truly means. And when you hear that, I'm gonna give y'all our education lesson for the ones who don't know what pound for pound means. And what it means in boxing terms, it means just what it says. Pound per pound, by pound. And in his weight class that he fought at, 130, 135, by the pound, he was knocking guys out. Meg 7 Life 269. Funny thing is, if Tank never fought anyone, why is everyone fighting his previous opponents? This is what I'm confused about. Roach was called the nobody when he was a champion at 130. Pitbull Cruz was knocking people out. Tank took that fight, hurt his hand. And some people say Tank lost that fight. Whatever. If you say he lost that fight, obviously you don't know boxing. Tank showed his ability to be versatile and basically fight a dangerous fighter with one hand tied behind his back. Big Dre 3725. Coach Squeeze, get my number from Senior. We'll be in Baltimore April 25th for fight at Hilton. Want to hang out? Oh man, yeah, that definitely, Big Dre. Definitely, I sure will. That's my guy, man. Big Dre. Hope everything all right with you, man. My boy looked out for me out at the Barclays Center, showed that love. I never forget it, man. Appreciate you, champ. People throw you to the curb when they get what they want from you. But I take it to my grave. The love Big Dre showed me and the hospitality that he showed me, I never go unwavered. And that's my guy. And we don't agree on everything. But see, that's the thing. People think because you don't agree on everything, you don't love each other or you don't care for a person. And that's not true. Everybody has a particular way they think a particular way how they get to things. And we all not right. We all not perfect all the time. But some things are facts, and facts are support themselves. It's one thing about facts. And the fact is, they're saying that Tank ain't fought nobody. Musclehead, Timothy Brad, now later head, Timothy Bradley used to say that all the time. Tank fought a bunch of cab drivers. But I hear him getting pumped when those guys be fighting each other. You know, but I could give it to Timmy though. One thing I could say about Tim is he gonna speak his mind, and he ain't right about everything. His now lady head ass ain't right about everything. But one thing I'm not right about everything. You know, I picked fights in the past that I came up short on. I get it. But I will come back and set the record straight. If I was wrong, I'll come back, set the record straight. I have no problem with that. Even I think Tim Bradley had to revamp his perception as he went. I think basically they're labeling Tank not fighting nobody because he ain't fight all the people they wanted to see him fight. That's where they're painting that narrative from. Which, once again, that's okay if that's the alley you want to go down. Showtime the guy. I tell my girl, I say, what's up, my little queen, future star. Showtime the guy, one of my peoples, man. Hope everything right on your end. Inshallah, may God continue to bless you and your family. Great guy. Very humble. I love it. Humbleness to me and meekness is power. It takes a lot of manpower living into today's society, how people is. They can push you to the edge. But it could get tough, but you gotta stay prayed up and you gotta keep pushing. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, but yeah, you know, Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney, and I would have liked to have seen Tank fight Devin. I think that's a big fight. Tank and Shakur. I think that's a big fight. And I think that's basically the two they holding their head over that Tank supposed to have been ducking. And I'm not worrying about Keyshawn. Keyshawn knew on that hit list. Keyshawn tough. Yeah. Appreciate that, Melody Queen 27. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, send it to me in on Messenger, Melody Queen. Me too. Me too. I would really like to see, for real, Tank put his hands on Devin and Shakur. They two big fights. The lead up would be phenomenal. A spectacle. I would love to see it. I definitely would love to see that. But Ryan Garcia, even Tank said, but I think Tank said Rolly was the biggest puncher, out of all those guys he fought. He said Rolly punched like he had bricks in his hands. Yeah. Say Rolly punched like he had bricks in his hands. Big Dre, Dr. Dre, I call him. April 25th, Hilton, Baltimore, in the Harbor. Jeter Promotions, Scooter Davis, Isri, No Time Turner. Oh, okay. Okay. I would like to check that out. I definitely would like to check that out. See what that's about. Yeah. Like to check that out. Go check that fight out. But yeah. And Tank Fort Pedraza, I gotta throw Jose Pedraza in the mix of Tank opponents that they say he didn't. It's crazy how they downplay Tank's resume, until they fight him. The narrative that they paint when it comes to Gervonta is, and I get it, people upset with him for his out of the ring issues. And that's okay. That's okay. You have a right to, I can't tell nobody not how to feel when it comes to their perception of people and what they think about people. Personally, I wish he didn't have to go this route, but I pray that God open his eyes up and send him on a different path. I had to turn my life around too. I've been going to things, and I had to turn my life around also. So, thank you, Sharon Whitley. Appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm gonna hit Dr. Dre up. I got you now, Dr. Dre. I'm gonna hit you up. Yeah, I'm gonna hit Dr. Dre up. Yeah, when he come to town, go holler at him. Even though I ain't been down the harbor in years, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Melody Queen. I haven't been down there in years, but it sure would be a pleasure to meet him, meet my boy again. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Did Pitbull Cruz and Ryan Garcia, did they fight? Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. No, it was Pitbull Cruz and Rolly. Yeah, Pitbull Cruz and Rolly. But we had Ryan Garcia and Rolly for a title bout. You had Barrios and Ryan Garcia for a title bout. All of these titleless. But Tank ain't fought nobody. That's interesting. Let me bring them on in, y'all. My partner in crime, Limpball Smarmy, joining us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up?
D-Matt. What's up, y'all? Be more in here. That's what I'm talking about. D-Matt 008. Be more up in here. The whole Be More should be up in the chat. We should have a million subscribers. I should have YouTube plaques behind me. Limpball should have one. Senior Cal. We gonna pray we get there, but one day we consistent with it. If it ain't nobody in the chat, I said it before, the show gonna go on. Mark 03M80. Because that's what we do. We love boxing where we come from. Coach, how was your day?
It was good, man. It was good. Productive day.
Good. We talking about, and I know you could break this down in your perspective. Has Gervonta Tank Davis resume aged gracefully? Because it seems like his former opponents are most sought out.
He got one of the best resumes. Everybody he beat became champion after he beat him. And then the ones that said he ain't fighting nobody, fighting his leftovers. I don't get it.
What's your perspective on, what are your thoughts on, what are they thinking? How they coming up with this, that this man fought a whole bunch of cab drivers? Where are they getting this information from?
They just talking to keep their name relevant, Who the fuck they for? How about that? All the guys is talented, man, They just got their own way of thinking. Tank ain't fighting nobody, they damn sure ain't fighting nobody.
Yeah.
They fighting Tank leftovers.
Yeah. So what fights you would really like to see Tank fight? Your dream. What's your dream fight before he walks off really into the sunset from Limpball Smarmy eyes as a fan of the sport and as a supporter of Gervonta since he was 8 years old? What would be your dream fight for him before he hang his shoes up?
At 135, because he ain't getting no bigger, If Shakur dropped back down, like he said, I would love to see that. But if Tank don't come out of retirement, I support that too,
Okay. So that would be your ultimate How you think that would do numbers wise? How you think that would do at the gate?
Not because of Shakur, but Tank gonna always sell out.
Okay.
Yeah, he sell out by himself. He can show up in shadow box and sell out. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
What
gate,
what
regardless, the gate gonna be good. You know.
what's your perception on Gervonta? Why you think that he gets the recognition he get as one of the most entertaining fighters in the game? Why you think that he's at that level? What got him at that level?
Because he captured not just the not just the so-called coaching. He captured the corporate world too. You know what I'm saying? People that don't normally watch fights watching. The stars come out. You know what I mean?
Wall Street.
Yeah. Every time he fights, something guaranteed big that it's something big gonna happen. You
Gotcha.
know, the people just love him.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think can you downplay out of all the for the last, I'ma say 10 years, all the knockout artists in the last 10 years with a high KO ratio? Where do you put Tank at in that mix?
The last 10 years, I put Tank at the top. I put him at the top in the last 10 years.
Miss Serena, how you doing, Queen?
Before Tank, what's the light heavyweight dude name? Took some time off, came back and got a serious head injury.
Adonis?
Yeah, he had the knockout ratio going too, you know.
What about I thought you was gonna say Triple G.
He had a knockout ratio, you know.
He had at one time he was 40 something and with 40 something knockouts.
Yeah. I forgot about him actually. But yeah, he up there too.
That's why I said I grabbed the last 10 years of the knockout artists that were
I forgot about him actually, but yeah, he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Can't take it from him.
It's not easy. It takes a special gift. People think it's all power, but if you ask all the fighters that fought Tank, I heard 95% of them say it's his placement and his ability to set the shots up.
Yeah, he accurate as shit.
Okay, that's the word. Accuracy.
He accurate, man.
Would you agree that
a little bit of both? He got some torque in his shots, you know.
Yeah.
Got some torque. His punch can land wrong, and you gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got that torque, man.
Well, it's been a pleasure watching him over the years, seeing him go from the amateurs to the pros. To me personally, to take that and go from this elite boxer to this elite boxer and knockout artist, I think people that knock somebody out, I think they think it's easy. I don't know if he makes it look. He platinum alkaline water. What it do? Child of God 86G5R. I don't think that people really understand what it takes to knock their opponent out. Because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Exactly. He definitely got that torque in his shot, man. You know. But it's places that you can tap the body where you don't have to put a lot of power on it. You know. But Tank hit you anywhere, it hurt.
Yeah. The element of surprise on a punch that you don't see it coming can get you out of there too. If you don't gotta have all your body behind it, you could be in an awkward position throwing a punch and leaving yourself open, and your body is lapsed at that time.
Yeah, you just don't see it coming. It's a shot, man, that it's hard to explain. It's a position that I see a lot of fighters do, man. They get knocked out if they get caught in that position. You know how they say tuck your chin behind that shoulder?
Yeah.
People say that because that's the basic way of teaching. But if you get caught like that, you're getting disconnected. Because it's like a jackknife shot. Your chin, you ain't gonna go but so far that you out of there. All that shit disconnected.
It's funny you say that.
I shouldn't have put that out there. I've been knowing that for years, but some people can't begin to understand it.
You could put it out there, but if they can't execute it, don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
it's a punch that has to be accurately.
Time and catch a person with their chin down and tuck behind that. If you catch them right,
yeah.
I
don't give a daggone what you give out. It's about execution.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. Everybody can't throw that punch.
I call it a jackknife. Your neck jackknife, and you gone.
Well, I could tell you one thing. One of my best knockouts that I saw Tank do, besides the Leo Santa Cruz timed uppercut in the midst of Tank getting hit. How you knock a mofo out and you getting hit? And you just disregard the punches you getting hit with and say, wait till I connect mine. But
it's about taking chances, man, you know?
At the right time.
Yeah, some fighters willing to take chances.
Because if I'm punching at you, hitting you in your face, I'm literally hitting you in your face, and you go under that while I'm banging you in your face and knock me the hell out, I'm never going to see that.
Taking chances, man, you know?
But my favorite of all the, I think it's 30 knockouts, 29, 30 knockouts, which is insane. My favorite one is when he hit the dude with the left hand and pushed his nose in the face, broke it, and he was leaking.
He jumped over that wicked hook.
No, straight left, down the pipe. When it was a lunge, bop, he lunged with it.
Yeah,
the left hand straight down the alley. Straight down the alley. Strike. If that was baseball, that would have been a strike. Yeah.
I like that one. He caught the dude like 7, 8 uppercuts on the rope.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
like Frank
That
Martin.
was Villa, I think. Not
Yeah.
Villa.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
And Frank Martin, I like that one. I like them all, but yeah, they the ones.
Man, my favorite one is that left hand lunge. Push the guy nose back up in his face.
Yeah,
And he looked like it was bleeding real bad.
Yeah,
and the dude back.
If you freeze it, right? Freeze it when he look up and blow it up, you can see how he collapsed his whole nose.
Yeah. Pushed his nose back up in his eyelids.
Yeah.
And dude backed up. And then it hit him and he went down like, what the hell just happened? You know you punch hard when you get caught. You run into a wall, the adrenaline catch you, then it hits you that you ran into the wall.
And then it's, remember the one, the dude with the pineapple hairstyle? He started doing the wiggly legs. That was nice.
He knocked the life out of his legs. It went from his hips down to his toes, the shock. The dude looked like he was doing a stinky leg.
Yeah, that was a good one. All of them was, good.
Child of God say, my favorite when he knocked Hector Garcia lights out and he couldn't see no more.
Yeah. That was another good one.
You know, you gotta have a lot of power to punch somebody in the face and knock the eyesight out of them. That's just totally, I mean, you hit me so hard, you knocked the sight out of my head.
Hit him in the head, hit him in the side of the head.
That was crazy. And I think that what make Tank, I'ma give you my perception on people that really like the sport, that's been following the sport. Just because they've been following the sport don't mean they really know the details of the sport, but they really love boxing and they like what they see. I just think what got Tank to superstardom is being the face of boxing. Number one, where he came from, his story, little row home block in the city of Baltimore, one of the dangerous neighborhoods in the country. Not to be bragging on that, but reality. I wished it wasn't like that, but reality. His story, where he came from, how he catapulted. But most of all, me watching the sport. With Ali, I was astonished by a guy of Ali height and stature being on the tip of his toes, bouncing for 12 rounds. That stood out with me in the quickness of his hand speed and his grit. Mike Tyson being small for the heavyweight division and being crafted to a style that fit his body makeup that God gave him. He had the longest arms. He wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the biggest. But what excited me, all of that he went into the ring with, odds were against him, and he overcame them. Tank, being that size, coming out of that package, and possessing that raw back alley car accident type of power. At any given time, it comes out of nowhere And at the height that he's at, and the way that he goes in harm's way, puts his life on the line to get these nuclear bombs off, is what excited me about him. And his ability to set it up.
That's what sells a knockout. That's that's what gets your attention. I want to see that kid fight again.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, that set Tank to superstardom and his non-braggadocious demeanor.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off. You heard about Russell, right?
Nah, what Russell?
The 140 pounder.
No, what happened?
He just got arrested.
Oh man, no, is that real or they capping?
No, I just seen it live on somebody else's page.
Yeah. Oh man.
I was just looking at it.
Wow. Food Truck 319. Thomas Hill say, what's up, the Bible?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Dewey Brown, Y7Z. There will be another Gervonta Tank Davis, an all-time great in my time. Child of God 86G5R. I love Tank's heart to overcome like everything and look great doing it. It's like he don't look like he been through nothing. Even in the ring, he walks out without a scratch almost.
We call him the wig splitter.
Yeah. People don't understand. They think we fanboys over here, but they don't understand that we followed this journey since the amateurs, and we not just getting on a board. So we definitely deserving of giving him his flowers. If Tank wasn't to fight no more in his life, I could guarantee you one thing. If I'm still around and my grandson old enough and he gets into the sport or like the sport, that I could say I knew, came into, been around, been in the presence of an all-time great of a sport that I grew up loving and having dreams and ambitions of myself that I couldn't achieve because I didn't have the right system or the people behind me. People don't know what goes all into this stuff. And I could sit down and put Tank on the film study from amateurs to the pros, watch all that footage 55 times to 100 or 1,000 times, and I wouldn't be bored near time I'm watching it. Because I see something different every time. That you great when you could go back to your corner and tell your coaches, I see it. Don't worry, he's wearing down. His punch getting weak. Number one, you gotta be crazy in your goddamn mind.
I got one fight. He said, I'm gonna get him in the seventh.
Mm.
It was either 7th or the 8th. He says, I'm gonna get him in the 7th.
Is that a coach's dream to have a fighter like that?
I think every coach, I ain't gonna say to have a fighter like him. Every coach's dream to have a champion, but it's a blessing to have a fighter like that. You know what I mean?
Well, you gonna be political about it, and I get it. I know why. I understand because that's what you do. You know, you try to keep it classy, but I don't have to.
I like.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, and me, not Coach Kenny, that it's a dream of mine to have a running back on the field that come back to me and say, no, coach, let me go up the right side because the linebacker not coming in the gap. I can outrun the safety. And I say, okay, you better make it work. And he takes it to the house. That's a coach's dream. That's a coach's dream, to be able to see something that I don't see and he executed. That's a coach's dream.
I didn't mean it like I said it, but yeah, it's a coach's dream.
No, I'm just, I ain't stepping on what you said, but that's my perspective of it. Dorian Brown, Kenny could give y'all a bunch of stories, but he gonna give you. He been around a million fighters he like, but I'm gonna let him answer it. Coach Kenny, let us know what it was like just being around Tank.
As a kid, I look at all of them the same. They all. People sometimes ask me who the best in the gym. I don't look at nobody as the best because they all turn on when they turn on. You know what I'm saying? They mature when they mature. Some do it early, some do it late. Some might not ever do it, but I don't never look down on them. But to me, it was just a kid in the gym. I love all of them. He was exciting though. Tank always hate coming in second place when we used to do drills in the gym or race or whatever it might be. He had to have first place as a kid. That's how he was. If somebody did it 20 times, Tank gonna come and do it 25 times or 30 times. Whatever we was doing in the gym. Somebody run five laps around the track. He gonna come and do 10 laps. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever we might be doing.
Showtime, he said, Coach, what's something Tank said in the corner that made you laugh during the fight?
Shit, I forgot. Tank crazy as shit. I forgot, man. But we do be tripping in the corner. Yeah.
Do you look at Tank like a son you never had?
I look at all of them like that. It's crazy you said that because I just said that to a kid in the gym the other night. I said, I ain't never had no son, but all y'all my sons. That's how I look at it. I
noticed when Tank win, first thing you do is hug him. Because countless
I know we have conversations in the past, and I hug him and let him know he's here because he's supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he asked for.
That's just like a parent. A parent's love. A father to a son.
Mm-hmm.
That's that love I see when you give the game plan and execute it. Showtime, he say, Uncle Squeeze, can you ask Coach what was his favorite Tank fight?
Winning the first championship against Pedraza. That's my favorite. Because a lot of people don't know, we used to go out and watch the fights. We had some of the kids with us, me and Calvin. Tank, go over to my homeboy house, watching on big screen. Tank, 8, 9, 10 years old. I just Tank a couple other fights. My daughter, we used to hang out with the kids. And we did it for some years. And it was crazy because we watching the fights and then all of a sudden we on the TV. It was the funniest feeling ever. It happened so fast. It took years, but it seemed like it happened overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, we used to take the kids and watch fights. All the big fights on cable. We was out with the kids. We had them with us watching them fights. You know?
But it's being in the gym from day one when you first stepped into a boxing gym as a coach, making up your mind that you weren't going to pursue the sport yourself, competitive wise. What
was the question?
What made you say that I'm going to go full throttle on this as a coach? What was your aspirations? What were you looking to get out of doing that?
Man, look. If they ban professional boxing today, I'm still train amateurs because I love the sport. A lot of coaches would disappear if it wasn't pro boxing anymore. But I love the sport, and I like to see kids smile. You know, you teach them something they don't know, then you see them progress, and then you look at them like, wow. You see them smiling. You know, one thing about me, I love hard, man. When something wrong with one of them kids, not just the amateurs, the pros too. I might not show no expression on my face, but that shit bothers me for real. Cause we family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we family. No, when they hurt, I hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's your motivation. It gotta be something that keeps you going.
I love the sport. I love the sport. They can shut down every goddamn gym in the world. I'm gonna have somebody somewhere training them in a fucking basement. You know what I'm saying? I love the sport, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna ask you also, having the number one fighter in the world, the biggest name in the world, coming out of a gym that you walked in with a blank canvas and seeing it propel to where it's at today. Did you ever see that or dream of that happening?
I always say if a kid stick with it, something is they're gonna get something out of it. They're gonna get something out of it. And things just so happen that, you know, people just swamped the Tank, man, you know?
Yeah.
He was excited. He's still excited. And that's what the people want to see. They want to see that knockout. You know?
Mark 0380 sending his condolences to Knockout Boxing TV. His mom's passed. He be holding Tank down for real, for real.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, he hold Tank down.
He say Knockout Boxing TV. So it's only right at this time that we pay tribute to Knockout Boxing TV. Mom, let's have a moment of silence for his mom. Rest in peace, Mom. Our prayers go out to Knockout Boxing TV, into his family and the loss of their loved one. May she rest in peace. Dorian Brown say two of the best coaches, Kenny and Cal.
I appreciate you.
William Scroggins, when you started training Tank, did you think he was going to become famous? It jumped up. What he was going to become today? Did you ever see that?
I seen him being the world champion, but I didn't know he was gonna blossom, to as huge as he is today.
Yeah.
I see we got some other fighters in the gym. Damari Filson, world champion. We got quite a few kids. I see him being world champion.
Real Estate Pope, I don't know if you can speak on it, but they asked, have Tank been in a car accident for real, because people be lying, painting these fake AI videos.
I think that's AI. I haven't heard anything.
Exactly. It would have been on the news and everything. That's what I was saying.
No, I ain't.
Pacheco, Kenny, do you have anyone on the card? I don't know what that means, Pacheco. April 25th at the Hilton.
Nah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see Mia got her thing off. She say she ain't supposed to have it off, but she got it off.
No, she can take it off now. She still can't make no contact or nothing, but she just got to be careful.
Yeah. She seemed like she itching to get back to what she loved doing.
You know what's crazy? She fought last April at 130 pounds, right? Since that injury, I ain't let her train not one day. No hit the bag, no running, no nothing. She got on the scale yesterday, 131 pounds. And she eat more than me and you put together.
Wow.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
You welcome, Big Dre. But yeah. To me, it's a lot of great boxers that was in the gym, came through the gym that I've saw, but to put it all together and to become what they've become, I done had a fun ride, but Tank is my greatest fighter. One of them, top 5, top 3 of all time, and up the history out of all the fighters. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Montana is on his way. I see a lot of superstar qualities in this kid, the way he loved winning.
We had some talent, man, that Tank used to look up to. We lost him to the streets, you know what I'm saying? But they was just as talented as Tank, but they fell to the streets. A lot of people don't know that, but it happens, man. Now, we had a lot of talent come through that gym, and we still have talent coming through, But Tank is not the only one. But because of what he's witnessed in the past, that's what made him stay grounded. The ones that was before him, that's not with us no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mark 03M80, the Rize podcast is the best channel. Y'all got me through some tough times in my life.
Thank you, man.
Dorian Brown, Gervonta Davis had made his mark as a worldwide superstar beyond boxing. Life is good. If we could get Tank getting Shakur out of the way I know he could, there would be no more talk. And on that note, man, Limp Ball Swami, thanks for coming in, giving your time out of your tough, busy schedule, balancing everyday life and pushing through it when everything don't always go smooth behind the scenes, but you find a way and you keep pushing. And at the end of the day, that's all that matter. And it takes a lot of work to go into coaching. I'm coaching the girls boxing team. We gonna have our own little thing. We can ready get together. I'ma get them uniforms, travel uniforms, and have them all with the same uniforms on and tennis on. And we gonna hit the road and go get some sparring different places. Me and some of the parents been talking about that. We gonna put that together, start calling around, try to get some places where we can take our girls and get some work at. And it ain't easy being a coach and painting a picture. I don't think they really understand what goes into it. It's a lot of damn work and dedication.
Yeah, you hit it right on. People think it's just hands-on in the gym with the fighter. There's more to being a coach. When it's time to up and go, you can't have no excuse. You got to go. Sometimes you got to go in your pocket. Everybody can't afford it. You got to help them out. You know what I'm saying? You got sometimes you're on the phone with them late at night when they're going through stuff.
Yeah, you right. But let me read this couple and we're gonna get out of here. Let you get on out of here. Lid Duke, what it do, fam? Y'all do us a favor. Hit that like button. Y'all Limp Ball Swami came in, chopped it up with us. Life is good. Much love to Rize Podcast, pound for pound, #1. Much love to the stat. Stay focused, be good to our people, embrace each other, and forgive each other. Drink more water. Tell Jake Paul MVP to put some money on the books for the young ladies. Authentic Rare Talents 9497. I like Scooter Davis, who was in Tank Camp. He's up next for real.
Yeah, Scooter Davis, another talented one coming out of DMV.
Max Reno, too heavy. Tank is my favorite fighter because I can relate to him overall as a whole. I came up just like from South Central LA. Wow, that's huge. And on that note, closing arguments, Limp Ball.
Love over hate. Clean your plate.
Oh, okay, throw a new one in there on us. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that came in. Don't forget, send out prayers and condolences out to the brother that lost his mother. We're gonna keep you in our prayers, and let's pray for each other, and let's pray that Tank, whatever he do, don't hate on him, don't wish his downfall, but because he's a parent, he's a father now. Pray that, if you care about him, just pray that whatever's going on in his life, that he grow and become a better person and find his way and live a good, healthy, productive, and prosperous life and his kids. Never wish nothing bad on nobody, because karma is a mofo. I don't care if I don't like nobody. I'm not going to wish no bad on them. I don't have to do that. In the words of Coach Calvin, Limp Ball Swami, All Access International, the lovely Miss Lloyd Reed, Mr. Will, keep it greasy, it'll comb easy, and yours truly, your boy Coach Squeeze, aka the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. All right, Coach. What's on the shirt?
Skystream2wives.com.
Okay. Damn, we closing.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Nietzsche in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't on this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.